Hello, my love. It's really great to have you and happy welcome to the Rebirth Café. Get yourself something to drink, just like I did, and let's talk a little. I think most of you don't know me or don't know my story, so I thought this is it. Well, sit down, take it easy, and we're just gonna chat, right? So, my name is Babylonia. I just turned 40 a few days ago. I'm a mother of 4 children, 3 earthly children, and one of our twin daughters didn't make it 2 years ago. This is also part of the whole story, not only this, but Livia's death has changed so many things in my life, the person I became, the grief, the pain, the growth, the love and joy I went through these past years has been incredible. It's been an incredible, crazy ride. So I'm a mother of 4, 2 boys, 2 girls, and I'm living in the Netherlands. I was born and raised in Germany. My parents are Assyrian, so therefore I'm Assyrian as well. So born and raised in Germany for 24 years, and then I moved for my husband to the Netherlands, and I'm living here for now 15 years. And life has been a crazy ride, I have to say. So I'm really happy that you're here. And if you ask yourself, why Rebirth Cafe? As I told you just before, just let me sip. I got pregnant unexpectedly. The twins weren't in the plan, let's say. So we had 2 boys. We were happy, grateful, everything went well. The youngest one was supposed to go to preschool. And then I got pregnant, totally unplanned and unexpected. It turned out to be twins, then even 2 girls, which, was the greatest blessing ever. And after the initial shock, we were really excited and happy. And everything went well. However, there were complications because, it's twins and I had already 2 children running around. But so far, the girls did great. They were a bit on the smaller side, but nothing, to worry about. And with 29 weeks, totally unexpected, Livia passed away. She didn't have a heartbeat anymore, which was the most devastating news because no woman who's pregnant expects her child to die. So this has been the most, I don't know even what to say because there's no word to actually describe that pain that you feel in that moment. It was the most horrific heart pain ever, especially because one daughter passed away and the other one was still alive. And before we could wrap our head around what happened, I brought the boys to school on a Tuesday. I still remember it. I brought the oldest one to school, preschool, and the little one to my mother-in-law, and I went to the hospital because I wasn't feeling well and I had, some pain. And they did some tests and they told me, you have to stay for 2 days. We have to make sure that labor isn't starting and stuff. But I didn't know that this is the day that's going to change my entire life because I brought the children away. I told them I'm going to see them, tonight. But that never happened because the same evening I gave birth, totally unexpected, to the twins' first stillbirth of Livia, and then a totally unplanned C-section for our second daughter. And we get maybe to that part of the C-section another time because everything went a totally different way. Everything I didn't want for that delivery and birth story actually happened. And then here I was, delivering our first baby that was stillborn, then an unplanned and unwanted C-section for our second daughter. And what came after that was really heartbreaking, because I had to recover, from my own C-section. I had to take care of our second daughter, who was a premature. She was, just a bit heavier than a pack of sugar, so 1 kilogram. She was tiny, super, super tiny. And she was in the NICU. But also my husband and the other boys, or the other children, the 2 boys, had to be taken care of as well. And we had obviously our daughter Livia that passed away, and we had to take care of, the funeral and stuff. So there were so many emotions and pain. I'm sorry, here's going. In this channel, in the Rebirth Café, we cry, we laugh, we yell maybe, we curse. So it's all authentic. So this was the most horrific time of my life, to deal with everything, also my mental state, because it's really crazy what you go through, like hormone-wise, feelings-wise, emotion-wise. So that was hard. That was really, really hard. And it won't stop with, okay, you know what? We were in the hospital for 6 weeks. We said goodbye to our other daughter, and now we're going home and everything is going to be normal. No, it's not, because you go home with a premature baby. You have to adjust to things at home and so many other things. So it was freaking crazy, I can tell you. And you have to survive. It's like, stepping on that really, really, how do you call it? On that really, really super fast train in Japan, the Shinkansen, I think. And it's like, pew! And you just keep going and going and going, because it's expected from you. It's expected from you. I expected it for myself. I expected for myself to keep going, but it's also expected from the community and from the people and from your environment, because my children had to go to school. They started preschool, and the second one started preschool as well. So, your life just has to go on, which is a good thing. I'm sorry, I'm just gonna eat a little bit of chocolate, because it's in a cafe, so me and you. So I had to keep going. And I kept going. I've been so strong. I've been so incredibly strong, and I'm so proud of myself that I pushed through, even in the moments where I didn't want to, where I couldn't, where I thought I'm going to die, because it's been so much. Yeah, it's been a crazy ride. But I kept going, and I kept going, and I realized that I never really took the time to digest what happened, to actually really think about it, to really mourn about our daughter, to mourn about the experience I always wanted but couldn't have. So the last few months, especially the last 3 to 4 months, I took a step back business-wise. I took a step back from my 2 businesses. I stopped coaching. I stopped my second business, because I really needed time to heal. I really needed to be in the moment. I really needed to be in the present. I really needed to be in the pain, with the tears, with the anger, with the disappointment, and, the sadness and death and everything that came with it. And I can tell you, when you choose the path of healing, and I mean really doing the work, and starting to get back into your softness, into your feminine, a lot of people won't understand, because society is not made for this. We have been told to be strong, but also to be broken and strong. And I felt so alone during this period, and I had really the greatest friends around me. So thank you very much for everyone who's been around. And it's been great, but you know, not everyone can understand the pain, which is good because not everyone should experience what I experienced. But I felt really alone in this period, in that journey, because a lot of people didn't really understand what I needed, and it's been really rough. So that's why the Rebirth Café was born. The Rebirth Café came actually from my biggest pain, from my biggest heart, gut-wrenching pain, and it came out of death and mud and dirt, and it turned out to be something so beautiful. That's why I created a Rebirth Café, to create a space for me and for you where we can feel broken, where we feel pain, but there's a space that holds us. There's me. I'm here to hold you. So that's when this came up, and I didn't want to do a standard podcast. So I thought, why not filming the real authentic me? Because I know that women, we crave connection, we crave realness, we crave other women that see us for who we are. And this is the place. The Rebirth Café is the place where you get to be who you are, who you're meant to be. This is the place where we're going to talk about softness, you know, leaning back into your soft feminine side, where we get to be who we want, where there is no judgment, but lots of love and support and commitment. And yeah, so now you know my story, you know who I am, you know why the Rebirth Café came to life. And I'm really planning on, you know, making this really big, making this a place for every woman who wants to lean back into her softness, who wants to remember who she is. And this is the place. And I'm so grateful that you're here watching, listening. Something great is really coming with the Rebirth Café. You will see videos of me. You will see videos of other women that I'm interviewing. So I'm really planning on something sacred, something safe for me and for you. So I thank you very much for watching, for being here, and I can't wait to see you next week. Take care, my love. All the best. Bye-bye.